Welcome everyone to the directors meeting for the Lincoln City Council for Monday, May 10th. In accordance with LB 899, please be advised that the Opens Meeting Act is posted in the back of the chamber by the northwest door. Madam Clerk, do we have any adjustments to our agenda?
In section 4, under public hearing and liquor resolutions, I'll be calling items 4B and 4C together. And that's all I have.
Okay. Anything else? Anybody else have any adjustments or thoughts for our agenda? Okay. Seeing none, we'll move on to a report from the mayor's office. Thank you for coming down.
Hello. Happy Monday. Nice to be with you all. Mr. Chair, members of the council, thanks for having me down. Just a couple of updates today. Just first off, wanted to say thank you for supporting, community improvements with regard to our roads. We're heading into street construction season. You're going to see a lot more orange cones all over the city. Maybe you've already seen some of the notification boards out there, warning folks that that projects are about to begin. But thanks to your support for highway allocation bonds and certificates of participation, we're going to be able to do a lot more work in addition to that's been approved through the Lincoln on the Move program. And we are, of course, asking everyone to continue to watch out for our crews and to give them plenty of space as they drive along the streets and make sure that we protect the safety of our road crews because they are out there in force. And just as a side note, we also have crews out there filling potholes, and they have, as of last week, filled 30,000 potholes this year. So they're working hard. With regard to the vaccine, I know you'll hear from Director Lopez, but we're so pleased and proud of the vaccination work in this community, from all the folks who've come together to stand up the clinics, the volunteers, the physicians, the nurses, our incredible public health team, the medical society, everyone who's really worked hard to make that happen. It's been a beautiful sight to behold. I know many of you have been in those clinics and volunteered yourself. I've seen your wife there, Chairman McGinnis, on multiple occasions. And as we acknowledge and celebrate the fact that we have about 54% of our eligible population vaccinated in Lancaster County, we know we still have a lot of unfinished business. There's still many, many thousands of folks we want to get to, and the health department has been pivoting towards a more targeted approach. So in addition to these big walk-in, big clinics at the arena and at the Lancaster County Event Center last week, we're looking at having more targeted neighborhood-based clinics at the rec centers and churches and bringing it closer to people's homes. And the health team has done some pretty incredible work with our GIS folks, looking to see where vaccination uptake rates might be lower and trying to put clinics in those zip codes so that we can make it as easy to access as possible in the hopes of getting more folks. So we're really proud of how they continue to evolve their approach as the situation evolves. And thank you for all you're doing to make sure people have the information they need about how to get registered, how to access the federal pharmacy program, vaccines.gov, or our covid19.lincoln.ne.gov website. That work has continued in earnest, and they managed to get about 2,600 students inoculated during those school-based clinics, which is another great way to reach not only students, but parents and guardians who may not have had access or found access another way. We know that's important for public health. We also know it's important for economic recovery because consumer confidence increases as people feel safer to go out into the world once again and reclaim the joys of more familiar ways of living. So we are also focused on economic recovery, and just by way of an update with rent and utilities assistance and our fearless urban development department director. That is a mouthful. Urban development department director Dan Marvin's here. UDDDD. And he can share more with you about that if you have questions. But the good news is that unlike many states across the country, I don't know if you've seen some of the articles that have been written about how states have had trouble getting these dollars out the door. Here in Lincoln and Lancaster County, our people came together. Dan and his team, the UNL Center for Children, Families, and the Law, many nonprofits in our community converged and said, how do we set up a seamless portal of entry? People can come through our virtual doors or our actual doors and access these resources. And to date, they've cut over 1,300 checks, distributed about $4 million in rental and utilities assistance that has helped keep people housed and helped keep people taken care of during the pandemic, so that those other problems that occur once you lose the stability of shelter have been avoided. So we're really pleased with the work that they have gotten done. And again, if you get folks asking you, lincoln.ne.gov/rent, we still have dollars on hand to assist. Other help is here, thanks to the ARP. We are expecting our federal allocation to come through to our bank account anytime. We still don't have the guidance. The Treasury should be issuing that simultaneously, we hope, so that we know how we can deploy those dollars and to have maximum impact for our economic recovery here in Lincoln and Lancaster County. But there are grants available now through that plan for folks who run venues, entertainment venues, theater, performing arts organizations, museums, movie theaters. All of those folks have an opportunity to apply for grants online. That you can find that at our business resources tab at our website. And just last week, the Restaurant Revitalization Fund grant application program opened up. So restaurants and bars and other similar places of business that serve food and alcohol can seek additional resources and relief if they were impacted and experienced losses due to the COVID-19 pandemic. That information also available on our website. And really, this is for both of these, the Small Business Administration is playing a vital role. And then lastly, I don't have too much to update you on with our personnel searches, but the application deadline did come and go for police chief on April 26th. So right now, the Police Executive Research Forum, or PERF, the executive search firm that we've hired, they are vetting applications to identify folks who meet the minimum qualifications, and will eventually be presenting us with a list of identified candidates that we can then put forward to the search committee for interviews later this month. And then, of course, we'll be looking to nominate a police chief following another public forum, probably in June, where the finalists are identified, and then you all will have the chance to interact, ask questions, and then have a public hearing in these chambers on the nomination of the next police chief. So just a brief update on that.
Thank you. Do we have any questions for the mayor? No, it seems like he answered them all.
Right, great. Well, thank you. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for coming down. We'll see you here at the beginning of our meeting again.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Relaunching our Mayor's Awards of Excellence.
Yeah, thank you. Is Director Lopez here? Have we seen her? Okay. Well, she shows up here in a few minutes. We can bring her up. Boards and committees, commission reports. We're still holding back on that. As everyone can see, we've had constituents' correspondences that have come into our office, and those are all on our website. And is there any of these directors that anybody would like to see? And I see Mr. Schob is pointing over at Mr. Carey. Yes.
Please. I'd like to talk with Mr. Johnson, and if Liz Elliott is within the sound of my voice. Oh, there she is. Hi.
I didn't see her either. I was thinking the same thing. That's it? Come on up, Director Lopez. Tammy, would you like to see him, but would you?
Just want to chat with Dan Marvin, if you got a second.
Right. Okay,
I'm good.
you are good. Okay.
Having one of those days.
That's fine. Thank you for coming down, though. Appreciate it. I look forward to your report.
Thank you. And I do apologize. Today, we're at 31,178 cases. We had 13 cases reported yesterday. So our total number of cases reported last week, ending on Saturday, May 8th, was 184, which was lower than the week ending May 1st, which was 247. So our average weekly case rate is around 248. So our cases are going down. We're reporting our 7-day average of cases is 25 per day. And our positivity rate is on a downward trend also, around 5.9%. Last week ending 5/8, our positivity rate was at 5.1. So compared to that 5.9 the week earlier. We've had a total of 232 deaths due to COVID-19 in Lancaster County, and then in April we had 5 deaths. And in the last 20 days, we have had no deaths reported. So our vaccinations, as of yesterday, we administered 287,374 doses of vaccine in Lancaster County. And of those, 164,799 received their first dose, and 122,575 received their second doses of either Moderna or Pfizer. In all, we have 133,792 doses, or 54.4% of our 16 and over age group that are fully vaccinated in our community now, which is really exciting. And last week, I think I mentioned we had the special clinics at the Air Park and Belmont Rec Centers. And the Test Nebraska site also continues to offer vaccine on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and we were at the event center on Thursday and Friday. And then we had a special clinic at Bryan on Saturday. So this week we'll be doing second doses at the university for all the higher ed students tomorrow, actually. We'll be at the Mission, Corrections, and our county parochial private and county high schools. So our hospital usage, our hospital numbers are, last time we had 31 individuals hospitalized, and 23 of those were from Lancaster County. We're also going to be having a clinic this week at City Impact, working with our Black ministers. They've been working real hard with us, moving that clinic forward. Registration looks pretty good right now, like we're moving up. We'll also be holding another clinic at Cristo Rey Church on Sunday the 16th. And we still have a couple smaller clinics at PBA on Friday and Saturday. And if we get the approval for the Pfizer vaccine for 12 through 15, we'll be able to start providing that vaccine right away.
Okay.
That's
Any
my
questions for Director Lopez? I have one quick one. Now that it says you can walk up anywhere, you can text a number in and they'll tell you where you can go get vaccinated. They have to send you people that have been vaccinated? Do they send you notice so you have a pretty accurate? Okay.
Actually, all of the pharmacies are required to enter that information into the state immunization registry. So we query that. We're constantly reviewing that and putting our numbers together from that so that we keep an accurate count for the whole community.
Okay, I was just
Yes.
wondering that if you can just
That's a
walk
great
up
question.
anywhere and get a shot if they're required to put that in. Okay, that's good. Well, I'm glad you're reaching out to all these different groups and it's starting to work. Yes.
Thank you. Director Lopez, I have a question about the 12 to 15-year-olds. When FDA gives emergency approval for Pfizer to be used for that group of teenagers, Will the registry, should they register, can they register now in preparation for that, or should they wait until after the FDA has made their ruling to go to the site and register?
We do have about 2,000 youth that age registered right now.
Okay.
We hadn't promoted parents. We thought we'd just make it easier and let them go in and register and select an appointment time at the same time. But they certainly can register now,
Okay.
and we'll notify them just like we have everyone else. But we kept hoping it would be last week, and so we'd be able to put that out, and parents could easily do it all at one time.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
It'll happen.
either one will be good.
Okay, any other questions for Director Lopez? Well, thank you for coming down.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything for the good of our directors meeting? Okay, seeing none, we stand adjourned.